Our local weather this morning is starting off a little bit on the wet side. We are still looking at a few showers across the mid-state, and if you look at a closer spot like Macon, this is where they're still seeing a few of those wet roads from that rain that we had just a few hours ago. Traffic not so bad here in downtown, but all across the area we are going to see some lighter rain here over the next few hours. But if you're going to be around Forsyth, Thomaston, or anywhere closer towards Atlanta, a lot more rain is going to be along I-75 in between us and Atlanta here over the next few hours. So if you live anywhere up towards the north of Macon, up through Monticello, down into places like Butler, this is where the best chance of rain is going to be over the next few hours. These smaller showers popping up around Dublin are not going to last much longer than about half an hour or so. Now over the next few hours, we are eventually going to rise up to the 80s very quickly. Many of us are starting off in the mid-70s, and we are going to be here for just a little bit longer, but the sun is not really going to come out very much today. So by about lunchtime, this is when a few isolated showers could begin to move on in. Now that will be affecting our temperatures. If you see rain as early as lunchtime, of course, after we're done with this round of rain, your high temperatures might be stopping closer to 81 degrees. But if you're like most spots and you don't see that rain moving in until closer towards 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when I think you're expecting 85 for a high. So this rain could be keeping us cooler depending on when it reaches you at what point today. Overall, I think most of middle Georgia is going to be looking at light rain, but a few areas of heavy rain could be coming up here in the mid-state. Closer towards a spot like Dublin, you're seeing potential for thunderstorms to develop. I think that's going to be possible mainly down towards the south of I-16 and south of Macon. Outside of that spot, closer towards the evening, those thunderstorms are going to be much more likely around Sandersville, Milledgeville, and Wrightsville, as opposed to the spots further down towards the south. Now, if you live in Macon or Warner Robins, of course, thunderstorms cannot be ruled on out, but severe weather as a whole for everyone does look unlikely throughout much of the day today. And unfortunately, this rain chance is still going to be lasting beyond midnight. But again, no good chance of severe weather then either. This is all going to be coming from this low pressure center you see behind me, along with that warm front that's going to be passing us by. It's going to be very slow moving. We can expect rain starting off this morning, lasting all the way through the afternoon and eventually overnight tonight. Then our next best chance of rain will be moving in this weekend from this low pressure center that's going to bring with it a cold front that's going to cool us down, but also bring us a lot of rain. In fact, on both Saturday and Sunday, we could be seeing as much as 2 inches of rain, which is going to be very good news for us because, as some of you know, we are very far behind. We're in slight drought across a lot of middle Georgia, about 6 inches behind. And if we can get about 2 to 3 inches here over the next few days, which is what we're projected to get, that will help us out quite a bit as we get into the start of next week. And whenever we do get into Monday and Tuesday, these rain chances will be backing off slightly before we have a very sunny end to your next week and a very great weekend after that with highs back in the 80s. And now here's going to be a quick look at your fish and game forecast brought to you by Harrison's Body Shop. The best time for later today is going to be around 5 o'clock.